What's going on, paisanos? V here, and a little bit tired. Did the Magic Gathering pre-release around at my shop last night, and in a couple of hours I have the Yu-Gi-Oh! Sneak peek pre-release, whatever you want to call it. I have that coming up, and in this market watch, I want to talk to you guys about cards that you might want to go in for. Now, right off the gate, we're going to be looking at Dark Neostorm, and my favorite card in this set is going to be No Material, but it's not a main deck card, it's more of a side deck card, and to be honest with you, it's not a $90 side deck card. It's just not. I don't know if this card's going to be main. I don't think it's going to be main. I could be wrong though, but if it's not a main deck card and it is a side deck card, well, it's not going to be going for $90. That's not happening. That's way too expensive, and I don't recommend you guys going in for this card. In fact, if you do pull one, I would recommend you actually sell your No Materials. This card should not be near Phantasme price point. It just doesn't make no sense, and I would highly recommend you unload this card actually, because I feel like it's going to be going down in value, and then you can just go back in and buy it or whatever you want to do, but it's way too expensive. Ghost Sister and Spooky Dogwood, I love this card so much. The artwork, I love the artwork, but the card's not good. I mean, yes, your opponent's starting to make a board and you drop it on them and you gain a ton of life points. But we're in a meta right now where in which the opponent's either going to make a board to control you or make a board to put multiple negates on, take cards out of your hand, limit the cards you have, including, and Ghost System Dogwoods played, where then you just lose another card. You use a hand trap, but they still keep going because they're a combo-oriented deck. And then you still lose because you got to play against multiple negates with limited resources. You have a lot of life points, cool. You'll take 2 shots to the face. It's the same result. And that's why I think this card, even though it's at $70 and it's higher than this market price, even though it's pre-sale market price, it's just not worth it. I won't recommend you get this card at all. I would definitely recommend you get this card and you sell this card. That's it. Do not go in for this card. Do not go and get your playset. It's a waste of money. I don't recommend it. This is probably the weakest out of all the Ghost Girl hand traps I've seen so far. Then we have Sign Up Mining, which is roughly around $47. Now, to be honest with you, I don't play Salamangreats. I don't look towards playing Salamangreats, but if I would, obviously this would be the card you're going to want to get. And right now, $47, it's expensive. It's pre-release. It might go back down, but you're going to need it. So, either you're going to need it, or the minute you get it, it's trade bait instantly. So that's what I would recommend. Up next, we have Cherry Beanie, Ebon Angel of the Burning Abyss. I like that whole little name. This card's still overly overpriced for what it is. It's a great card, don't get me wrong, but this card also is overpriced heavily. Now, do I think this card is going to be worth, have some value in the future? Absolutely, but not at $60. I don't think it's worth that price point. Mech Knight Crusader Avramax. Once again, it's overpriced. This is all pre-sale prices. The overall, just as everything's overpriced. There's no cards I would be like, guys, go in. I don't care what the price point is, get it. There's none of that. Looking at Dark Neostorm that I could see currently so far. Dingarisu is 20. It's on eBay. It's 25s. And whatever I say doesn't really matter, because you obviously looking to play Orcus. You're gonna need this card, and you're gonna be paying some dumb numbers. And right now, the current price on this card is $20. But I guarantee you, at your sneak peek, this card will be going for 25s all day long. People are gonna crack this card, turn around, and go 25s. You say 20, they're gonna laugh at you because someone's gonna offer them for this card. I mean, that's what it is. Like, it's a needed card if you're looking to play Orcus. Which in my opinion is the new combo heavy deck, even though there's still other variants that are really good. This is probably the new consistent combo heavy deck. Moving forward, looking at page 2, let's see what we got here. Nightmare Incarnation, I don't really know much about some of these cards. To be 100% honest with you, I really don't. The new Memory Link monster looks pretty good. It's $5 for an Ultra Red. It's not bad, actually. And then it's Crackdown. This is the card if you're looking to play Altergeist. This is Manhunt. It is, that's what it right there. It's $5. And I don't know about you guys, but I would recommend you guys go in and grab these. Even though it's $5, even though it's kind of expensive, it'll probably hover around this price point for a decent amount of time, depending on how good Altergeist is in the meta. And looking at the OCG meta, in which you see a ton of Orcus and Altergeist, I expect this card to still be around $5 for a good amount of time. I don't think it's going to be going down in value anytime soon. So yeah, I would recommend you actually, if you are looking to play Altergeist, it's super rare, it's $5. That's the cool thing about Altergeist players. We already got banged for everything. You already got banged on Extravagance. You already got banged on Impermanence. Evenly matches. The core itself is relatively inexpensive, so $5 a Crackdown. Altergeist players, this is a gift from Konami. The Konami gods have reached out and gave us a card that only costs about $5. Accept it, appreciate it, and move the hell on. That simple. The other Altergeist trap is a common. I'm not sure I'm running it personally, but yeah, it's a bit easy to pull, to be honest with you. And they got a bunch of other great cards here that this is good trade bait. I mean, cards to get rid of base. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, some of these cards might be good. I know some of you guys can comment down below. V, you overlooked this card. That's fine. I physically haven't seen this whole entire set. I read the spoilers like a once over. There's only certain cards I care about. Personally, when I look at this set, I see two things. I'm sorry, three things. I don't want to offend my which card. Four, including no material, but deck wise, I'm saying. But no material obviously is a card you want to get. That's a staple side deck card. But three things. Orcus, Altergeist, and Salamangreat. That's what I see in this set. That's the big decks that's going to need these cards. There's plenty of other cards I'm not looking at, and I apologize if you're out there. Burning Abyss players, obviously you need this card, but it's so expensive. Why would you hold this card at 60? I just don't recommend it. I recommend getting rid of it. But I think this card's still a good card. But you know what I'm saying? But like, stuff you're going to need, it's like, you're going to have to pay for an ultra rare $20. Most likely 25, because I guarantee, like I said, people are gonna look on eBay before they look at TCG Player just to get max value, and you're gonna get banged for 25. You need two of these for an average deck setup, so enjoy paying $50 for that. Unless you're patient, you can wait. All right. So OTS Tournament Pack 10 is basically out in the market. Just make sure if you're a store you can't sell. Thanks, TCG Player. I forgot about that. Oh, storage forgot about that. It's so stupid. Anyway, Dungeons & Dragons Colossus' current price point is roughly around $76. Under its $87 market. By the way, I have to be a little bit low. My wife's sleeping, kids sleeping. Under its $87 market price, which isn't bad, but I feel like it's too late. This should have came out on OTS Tournament Pack 9. With that said, Dungeons & Dragons, will they see play in the meta? I think so. I think they definitely will see play in the meta. I think they could team up with a bunch of other Dungeons & Dragons. Like, you could run pure and have it's shown the top, but you could run the deck with other decks and it kind of works. So yeah, I don't think we're done with Dungeons & Dragons Colossus. I'm not sure if Yu-Gi-Oh! Players will be running 3 Colossus, but nevertheless, I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Players definitely be running Dungeons & Dragons in the future. Then you got Galatea, which is kind of cheap actually, $56 on a $64 market price card. To be honest with you, the minute we start seeing Orcus start seeing more meta play, I wouldn't be surprised if this card goes back up in value. I wouldn't be surprised if this goes the money card of this set. And then we have Sky Striker Ace Hayate. Striker players just don't care. Striker players becoming like Cyber Dragon and Hero players, where like, when my whole deck's banned, I can play this jank card. All right, I'm buying everything out. Like, they don't care. And look at the market, we see Hayate being a $66 card. When it's $54 in the market price. And the thing about this is, if you're playing strikers, you're gonna need 3 of these. So I think this is why this card's maintaining price point. In my personal opinion, I think Hayate's price point will eventually decline in value. Strikers will still see meta play, but the price point overall will decline in value when you get players that don't want this card as heavily as the current competitive Rarity Horror players do. They just opt out, and you'll be putting this card in the market. $65 for Hayate. It doesn't take too much thought to go, oh yeah, no, I want to get rid of this. Then we have Salamangreat Sunlight Whip being roughly around $7, still a little pretty high in the market. Ahita being around $5. So I'm shocked this card is actually that cheap. I thought this would be the highest super rare because Salamangreat as well as all the guys, strikers run this card. But no, it's about $5. Then you got Jizukuri being about 4s. I think every Yu-Gi-Oh player just wants one of these. For the most part, unless you're playing pure Thunder Dragons, you're on multiple, but for the most part, everyone wants one. Solo's $4. Babel, another card that is cheap in value, and the reason why it's cheap because most Orcus players just care about one of these, maybe 2 if you're really stretching it. So, and it's relatively easy to pull for super rare. Why they give us mold? God, Salamangreat players, I don't want to say you got screwed over because you got super rare Sunlight Wolves, but mold, that slot could have been given to like a good card, to like an Altergeist Concuri or something. And then looking at everything else, there's just a bunch of other cards here. Oh, look at that. Common red layers are almost near $2. That's kind of crazy. Alright, I'm next, Soul Fusion. So look at the Tsuchinoko, it's roughly around 43 to 44, almost near $46 for Tsuchinoko, higher than its $41 market price. The answer is simple. There's Orcus, Danger, Variant running around, it's relatively good. I still think that deck has a lot of limitations, but nevertheless, it's still a phenomenal deck. It's still a tier 1 deck, and it's still going to see tier 1 play. Then you got Dungeons & Dragons Colossus being $36. I feel like this was lower. Nevertheless, it doesn't matter. This card price is about to tank. So if you have this, sell it. Get rid of this at your locals. Get rid of the cards like Dungeons & Dragons Colossus. Get rid of some of the OTS stuff that's overpriced. Get rid of a majority of Dark Neostorm minus Dingaroost if you're looking to play Orcus and the other cards I mentioned before. And focus on cards like Danger. So you're going to want to get the Danger core. It's kind of important right now because there's no reprints that are coming by the time of Nationals. If you're not looking to go to Nationals, does it really matter? Not really. Or the YCS. But if you are looking to go, you're going to need the Danger engine. Another card is Trap Trick, a card that was $31 is now roughly around $34 in the market. You're going to need these if you're looking to play any kind of a control deck. Every control deck, for the most part, runs this. I don't run it in my Altergeist deck, but you can. It's a definite option. Can't Strike 11 is roughly around 15, sure. Orchestrated Return, I'm shocked this card hasn't went up in value because Orchestra's going to start running one of these. There's 47 in the market, and I wouldn't be surprised if this card was to go up in value. So once again, if you're at your locals, if you're at your pre-release, and you're cracking with cards, grab Orchestrated Return. It's a good card to pick up. Every Orchestra player needs one, so that's going to start going up in value. Look at the other cards. I don't think there's not much else there is. Let me see. I mean, you know. Okay, Orchestra Horror is $1 rare. Sure. That's crazy. KONAMI, which is also my favorite card. I still say it's a great card to pick up. It's $1. It's very cheap right now. I would definitely grab KONAMI, which is their great cards to pick up. They're dirt cheap right now, and good investment. Alright, so Fantastical Fat Dragon Phantasme. Now, once again, I talked about Dark Neostorm, and I said, hey, you should get rid of those cards. Well, what to pick up is obviously going to be Fantastical Dragon Phantasmes. If you don't have yours, you need your playset. You need at least 2 of these cards. You can get away with 2. Should really get 3, but you can get away with having 2 Phantasmes. These are needed. Mark prices cards are roughly around $104, and you're seeing roughly around that same price point first edition. You got one unlimited over here, about $101, but after that, it's about $105. For your Phantasmes, and I'm dead serious. Get rid of your other stuff. Just focus on stuff like this. Hard stuff like this to get is what you need to get like now. You get the rest of stuff later on, but you know, minus a couple of cards like Dingarusu and Manhunt, but you need your Phantasmes. You need this card. If you're looking to play Altergeist, hi. You're going to want to get Extravagance. You can get away with running 2 Desires, 2 Duality, stuff like that. Realistically, you should have 3 Extravagance in your deck. It is pot of greed for your deck if you are playing Altergeist. Mark price card roughly around $69, and you're seeing over here about that price point, almost near $70. In fact, this one over here is $69. This one over here is a little over $70, and then it hits back almost to $75, which was the pre-release price point for Pot of Extravagance. That's how much this card's needed, and this card's not done going higher in value. It's going to continue climbing that ladder. After the first Yu-Gi-Oh! Weekend of a major event, regional weekend or whatever, I wouldn't be surprised if we see Orcus and Altergeist, Danger variants, including Thunders, Salamangreat's still going to be around, Strikers. There's a lot of great decks that's still going to be around, and I think if you are looking to play any kind of control deck, being Altergeist as well as a Guru Control, this is a must-have, and yeah, you should have got this when it was 50s. I think it was around 40s at one point, but it's just going higher in value. And dead serious, it's gonna spike this higher value up until the YCS most likely. It might start calming down middle between now and the YCS, but the minute that YCS is like a week and a half away, the price goes back up in value because Yu-Gi-Oh! Players want this. And then think about my Burning Abyss players, by the way. Burning Abyss players, you're going to want to get your Psychic Wheelers. You don't need that many, maybe 2 of these, but nevertheless you want them. First editions are roughly around 7, unlimited about 670. And real quickly, I know some of you guys are like, well, V, I don't think Wheeler's going to be a good card in Burning Abyss. Fair enough. It's still going to be it's still a good card. Like, can we just agree that it's still a phenomenal card and we'll definitely see meta play in the future? I think it's pretty silly to say it's not going to be. And with that said, I think this is a card that Yu-Gi-Oh! Players are going to want to start picking up. Control players. Or players that play a lot of control, including Pendulum Magicians. You're going to want to get Witch's Strike. It's almost near $7 for this card. Really cheap. Once again, Dark Neostorm is very overhyped. I would focus on cards like these. Get them in cheap, call it a day, and then wait till the Dark Neostorm hype dies down, and then go pick up what you want. Another card is World Legacy Guard Dragons. Now, obviously, for Nationals, I don't think Guard Dragons will see play. I don't think we're getting... Sorry, but like I said, my voice is a little bit shot from the pre-release as well as my family sleeping, but I don't think we're getting Crystal Needle Fiber by Nationals. But starting next regional season, maybe we do get Crystal Needle Fiber with a banless hit. That could put Guard Dragons in a good place. Pure Guard Dragons with Needle Fiber could be a real thing. And if it is, this card's currently roughly around $4 in the market. It's not a bad pickup. Up next, guys, looking at Cybernetic Horizon, Borsal Dragon still around $70, unfortunately. It was going down a little bit. You can see the market price over here showing to be about $66. It's hitting almost near back up to 70s because KONAMI, Yu-Gi-Oh! Players know, hey, you need Borsal by the YCS, the regionals, the nationals. You need it by then. If you skip all that, you don't need to get Borsal because it's going to get a reprint. But if you go to those events, you're going to need to get Borsal. So back up you go. Then we got cards like Danger Nessie, which is also maintaining its price point past the ban list. We know the set rotations up until Nationals. Nothing's going to change. These prices are going to slowly start creeping up. You're seeing it already. $38 market price. It's easily about to hit $40. Jackalope. $18 market price, it's about to hit 19. All the danger stuff is about to spike in value, and that's because Yu-Gi-Oh players out there that are selling these cards or holding these cards know that it's gonna go back up in value because there's no way for you to get them. There's no reprints up until after Nationals, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is, my friends. Bigfoot's the only one that's actually just maintaining a $16 price, $16 to $17 price point for Bigfoot. It's the only one that's like maintaining that price point. Excuse me. And then there's a bunch of Cyber Dragon stuff. You got Danger Chupacabra, which is going low in value. Even this card's hitting about over $5 for Danger Chupacabra. Some decks are starting to run like 2 of this card. Looking at the other cards, not much really difference. Incantation Talismandra is like $2 though. It's kind of weird. Anyway, looking at Dual Power, Infinite Permanent, it's still going back down in value. People are still finding ways to get the set, to crack the set open, to throw it in the market. And I don't recommend people buying sealed Dual Power. I don't recommend it at all. If you play for a tournament for it, that's a different story. But if you have a chance to buy Dual Power, don't do it. It's not worth it. It just, there's no I mean, the amount of value you have to pull in Dual Power. So if you buy a Dual Power box, you have to pull, like, besides Infinite Purpose, which would pay for the whole box, you would have to pull something like a Ghost Battle Haunted Mansion, Evenly Matched, and like a Nashter. Sell those, you would still lose value. So you also need to pull a Borsal Dragon because of shipping and all, and the fees taken out, and that would cover your Dual Power box. Like, it's just not worth it to buy. To win tournaments, sure. But looking at Infinite Permanents, a card that was roughly around $41 is now under that $41 market price. It's roughly around $38, and it's dropping quickly. Ghost Battle Haunted Mansion, it's not seeing play. It's dropping value as well, as we can see over here, guys. It's roughly around $11 on this $12 market price. Evenly Matched, $11. You're seeing this card drop down in value. And the weird thing about Evenly Matched, I feel like this one might go up a little bit in value, depending on how the meta shifts, depending what kind of meta we're going to be going into. So keep an eye on Evenly Matched. If you have your playset, hold it. You're going to want to need it, actually. National Cyber Dragon players sell to them. They love this card. Borlo Dragon is about $8, and you know what? I like the alternate art, I really do, but we have Manhunt. And the old back in the day, back in the good old days, you know, when we had horse and carriage and stuff like that, you would go Borlo Dragon against Altergeist and just sit there and go, "Muhahaha," because they have to create a board to get over it, because you can't, there's no way they can just target it. Now they have Manhunt. They just go, "Oh, that's funny," and they just take your monster, and you're like, "Oh, here you go, here's my monster, please finish killing me." So where this used to be the good card against Altergeist, it's really not anymore. And since it's not a good card against Altergeist anymore, I don't know if this card would see as much play as it is currently seeing. With that said, the price point is going to drop down in value. Also, it's a dark monster, and we have 2 Super Polys. Ash Blossom Joy Spring is $8, which I think is laughable because the construction at common was $9. That's a thing. So I'm glad it's actually $8. I'm glad everyone has easier access to Ash Blossoms, as well as Ghost Ogre, which is going to start seeing more meta play as we move forward into this newfound meta up until the YCS and the Nationals. Cardomice is down to $5. It's actually starting to creep up a little bit, so keep an eye on this card. It's slowly creeping up in value. I don't know why. I don't think it's just 2 Dracos, but it is creeping up in value slowly. Necroz and Sky is $4. Ooh, I get chills thinking about that price point. Original version, it's probably gonna, it dropped a little bit. No, it didn't. I'm sorry, I'm wrong. I'm instantly wrong. Necroz Bronze for Secret Forces is 41. We're still sitting at 48. I still say get rid of this. Like, the thing is about Necroz Bronze, just get rid of your secret rares. There's so much money. I would thought the price was gonna go down by this time. It hasn't. But get rid of your Necroz Bronze. It's $40 for a card that has a reprinted version at $4. Listen, I'm a rarity whore, but I'm not a dumbass. I'm not gonna hold a playset of $120 when I could buy the same exact card for $12. It just makes no sense. And if anyone's holding Secret Necroz Bronze, they're just dumb. Like, just look at them like they're, you know, they're literally tatted. They're just not, that's not a smart hold. I understand about rarity whore them. I understand about being a rarity whore. But Necroz aren't nowhere near as good as the new Orcus deck. They're nowhere near good as Altergeist, Strikers, Salamangreats. They're just not. Looking at the regionals this past 2 weeks, we've seen that Necroz has not done almost nothing compared to other decks in the meta. With that said, can it still do things? Sure, at locals. Cool. But at Yu-Gi-Oh events, high-tier Yu-Gi-Oh events, I'd be shocked to see one of these in the top 64 of a YCS Nationals or any Yu-Gi-Oh event. Hell, even top 32 of regionals, that would blow my mind. But to see it done consistently, it's not a thing. Unless you go to Nebraska, then yeah, bro, Nebraska will get dominated by now. Anyway, looking at Sky Strikers, Engage was like 44s. We're seeing it calm back down, but we're not actually. The market price is still holding at 40. It looks like calm back down, but we look over here, it's actually $45 for Engage, which makes no sense. Kagari gets a hit. You get an ultimate rare card that spikes in value, and Engage is $45. Okay. Look at that Widowmaker, market price is about $30, but we're seeing it here over here for about $32. Stone Cold Serious, I want to play Strikers. I really want to build a deck myself. I am never ever buying these cards at these crazy prices. The prices of Strikers will be declining in value as we see a decline in Striker players. Strikers aren't a bad deck, like I said, and they're definitely going to see tier 1 play. But why play a deck that got hit by a ban list when you have so many other options that did not get hit by the ban list? And for a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh players, they might opt to pull out of Strikers to pull into those decks because they just offer that much more consistency and they're at full power. It is what it is, my friends. With that said, the price of Engage and Widowmaker will start going down in value really soon. And when it does, we can come back here and talk about buying these cards, because I do want to get Strikers myself. I like the deck. I just don't think it should be at these crazy high price points, and it's going to maintain these crazy high price points. Next, guys, World Legacy Succession. It's not bad. It's $12. It's way less than 15. I'm not sure if you want to play. I think it's a tech choice in Orcus. I think. Don't kill me. I'm not an Orcus player. But if it is, it's $12. It's not a big deal for the price point. But if it's a tech choice, if it's worth it, sure. But it's not worth it, no. We do have Monster Reborn, but I know it's a better version. It's searchable. I get it, but I don't know, man. You let me know, guys. Comment down below. Let me know what you think about World Legacy Succession. Griffin's still roughly around $11. Sure. I mean, you make Griffin on board. It's pretty good. Up next, looking at shout out to Hollow. Valkyrie's expensive because we got all this Valkyrie crap. For some ungodly reason, KONAMI wants to make more filler Valkyrie crap because it is what it is. It's crap. But since they're doing that, you got Brunhilde being almost near $10. So yeah, you're gonna find Valkyrie fanboys amongst your locals or your friend groups that's like, yo, I want all the Valkyrie stuff, and you're like, sure there, kiddo. You can do. Oh, that's a cool play. You're a good player. Just, just unload it as fast as possible. Seriously, you have Valkyrie stuff in your binder, sell it, unload it. These prices are going to tank in value. It always does. It doesn't matter. KONAMI, you need to make better Valkyrie cards if you want this deck to be good. I don't think you can, because last time we tried promoting a deck, we had Noble Knights. We seen what happened with that. We took the Link monster and just put in everything else that wasn't named Noble Knights. But looking at Valkyries, I would highly recommend you guys get rid of this as fast as possible. Then we have Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1. My shop just got some Speed Duel Tournament Pack 1 in. I know a lot of shops are going to start getting that in. And to be honest with you, I don't know the value of these. And I'm really interested to wonder what's going to be the value of these cards. Now, obviously, there's better rarities in regular Yu-Gi-Oh! But you can't use it with the Speed Duel Yu-Gi-Oh! So you need these. And these higher value, high rarity version of cards. Like Black Illusion Ritual, which everything was a common. So now you got Super Rare Upgrade. Obviously, you got your Blue Star Dragon. We'll play that Blue Star Dragon deck. Dark Magician Girl Super Rare actually is the only one I care about that's not Speed Duel oriented. It's Super Rare Dark Magician Girl from Tournament Pack 1. I'm Stone Cold Serious. I personally, and I highly recommend it for you guys, hoard these as much as possible. It's Dark Magician Girl that will always maintain value. Dark Magician Girl is worth crazy money, and Speed Duel's TP1 Tournament Pack 1. I highly recommend you grab this card, as many as possible, and you just put it to the side, you forget about it. Sleeve it, put it in a deck box, double sleeve it, make sure there's no air, and throw it to the side, forget about it. We'll see it back in about 3 years, and then we can still make a crazy amount of money. Hell, you can wait 5, 6, 7 years. The money only increases because this is going to be harder to find, and it's Super Rare Dark Magician Girl. I'm not even joking you, this is a really good pickup. And then looking at other cards, you got other super cards that, some of them got rarity upgrades. For main Yu-Gi-Oh! But then you got cards like Lord D, which came out super rare for Speed Duel. Speed Duel players are going to want to place that it is. Relinquish Ultra Rare if you're looking to play Relinquish, which good luck if you are. I mean, it's not bad. It's definitely not technically meta, but I like Relinquish. The problem is if you're looking to play Speed Duels and you are looking to play Relinquish, you need to get Spear Karibo. In order to play this deck properly, I feel like, and this is the only deck that can use 3 Spear Karibos. I would recommend 2 in any other deck except Relinquish, and it's not a bad deck, but it's a pain in deck to be honest. Flu Summer Dragon is super rare, which is another card that's gonna be hard to get. Table Contents, which I'm not sure how the other versions of this card doing, because you can use Speed Duel cards in non-Speed Duels. Like, so the other super rare version of Table Contents. Hold on a second, because the market price is going to be $60 for the super rare Table Contents, and looking at it, it's about $52. It's a little bit under the $60. It's about $52. For super rare Table Contents that came out in Speed Duels. Once again, super rare Speed Duels, super rare TP6 with a lot of money. Other versions are just commons besides Gold, which looks like trash. Dark Statements has super rare. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I would still hold on to a bunch of Table Contents in general. I think this is a good hold. Then you look at cards like Time Wizard, got super rare. I wish it was ultra rare, to be honest with you. I would love an ultra rare Time Wizard. And then you got Wonder Wand, which is a great card for speed duels in the early meta that we're currently in. And if you want to play Relinquish, you could use Wonder Wand. It kind of works out pretty good, actually. Then you got Gaia Drake, the Universal Force Ultimate Rare. This was a pick that was done by Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch Facebook group. If you haven't joined my Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch Facebook group, it's a phenomenal group. The guys are crazy good. Everyone's getting great picks, posting about it. What should I sell? What should I buy? It's really good, and the links will be below. And I would recommend you joining the group because when the camera's not rolling, the video's not happening, I'm sleeping, I'm doing whatever, the people in the Market Watch Facebook group, as well as the Yu-Gi-Oh! Discord, those guys are animals. They just go on and they just talk about, hey man, look at this card, let's focus on this card. Hey, you want to do a buy? They really get things going in both the Market Watch Facebook group as well as the Market Watch Discord. I'll post both links below. I highly recommend you check those groups out. They're phenomenal. And there's no like weeaboo toxicity bullshit. It's just a good Facebook group. And I'm the mod of it. I have a couple of other mods in the Facebook group. I'm the admin. I have a couple of admins in the Facebook group. For this core, it's just me right now. I might have some more guys in, but it's pretty good. Oh, by the way, if you ever find out on Patreon, you get the Patreon role in there, which allows you to go in the voice channel, which is kind of cool, and talk and add permissions and all that cool stuff. And if you don't have that in, and you are find out on Patreon, message me, whether it be on Patreon or on Discord or whatever, and I'll give you that role. Sometimes it might not be fully working, so I'll have to add it in. Anyway, Gaia Dragon, the Universal Force Ultimate Rare is $5 in the market, but of course you know it's not true. It's $36. There's that one's 36, that one's 36, and then it's $54. Yeah, I don't know why, but I don't care. It's money, and it used to be worth $5, so you should care that if you have this first edition, because you have a lot of more money now. Next, Into the Void is going up in value, like all over the place. So I could be lazy and show you the Ultimate Rare, which is roughly around $9, almost $10, which is near the market price. Which is not a bad price for Unlimited. First edition, I guarantee you, are different. You got these Shine Darkness versions, but the cheapest version from Bowser's Let's Revenge, you can see over here, it's hitting almost at $5 as well. All versions Into the Void first editions are spiking high in value. So if you have these, you might want to consider selling these. It's good money to sell. Magna Reverse used to be $50. Remember that? Around banless time? Yeah, it's not. It's not. It's dropping. It's dropping a lot. It's dropping a crazy amount. Magna Reverse current price point is roughly around $19, which is a little over its $18 price point. But then again, the card was $50 because it was all hyped up. Everyone got excited about this trash card. The card was absolute trash. It wasn't worth it. If you wanted a card, if you wanted to use a card for that effect for strikers, you could use Link Bound, which is better than Magna Reverse. And I don't even recommend Link Bound, to be honest with you. You can use Hercules Base, which is searchable by Engage at 3. Thanks, Konami. So yeah, I never recommend this card. And if you still have it, you can still make money off it. Sell it as fast as possible. It's worthless. Then you have Beatron. Now, I'm not talking about the Beatron from the Ultra version. No. That's for bitches. $2 market. One second, I can't raise my wife's sleeping, the kids I don't want to raise, and then she'll text me and like complain. Anyway, Beatron's price point is $2, right? $2 for Beatron. Ultimate Rare, Galactic Overlord. Unlimited are about $1.50, sure. And then you go over here and it's like $3.50 and start scaling up in value. There's a bunch of ones on page 1. You go over here to page 2 for Beatron. There's not many at all. And it easily hits around $12 for Beatron. What I'm trying to say is if anyone want to do a buy on this card, it's really easy to do. I personally don't own any of these, but if someone really want to do an Ultimate Rare buyout on Beatron first editions, they can make the card go to easy $12, almost like that. It's pretty easy actually. So keep an eye out for this card. Then you have Gate Blocker. Now, I didn't like this card up until Pendulums came out, and I still don't think the new Pendulum Magicians, Endymion Magicians, are that crazy. But if you have a problem with them at your locals, and you got a bunch of people playing the deck, well, here's an easy way to beat the deck. You play Gate Blocker. It only came out on Dragons of Legends Secret Rare. Negate the effects of your opponent's field spell cards. There goes Citadel Endymion. Your opponent cannot place counters on cards on the field. Your opponent cannot target other monsters you control for card effects. Three effects. This card was made perfectly against Endymions. I mean, perfectly. You got Mark Price's card currently roughly around $2, and then you're seeing it over here $2, and then it starts hitting around 3s. Once again, my boys on Discord been talking about this card, and they're right for against this deck. That's if you have the problem with this deck at your locals, or if you want to side deck it or whatnot. It's a phenomenal card against Endymions. It's a one-card way to stop Endymions. I still personally like D-Barrier, but then again, I play Ulta Guys, so I can proc Multi-Faker. But if you're playing any other deck, yeah, you can run Gate Blocker and just go ahead, drop this on board, and get rid of all your crap, and have fun making a board of not doing much. The board. Anyway, moving forward, guys, Wave Motion Cannon. Now, once again, CP5 Wave Motion Cannon is $100. Market price is $52. Sure, V, whatever. Okay. get ready to go to your quarter box. I'm serious. You want to go to your quarter box at your locals and pay for your pre-release with like 50 cents? Your boy V got your back. You go to Wave Motion Cannon from the Dark Relations 1, the common one, or the Magician Force. They're worth a ton of money. Let's go right into the common one that came out Dark Relations. That one right there, unlimited, is $24. I'm not sure if it comes first edition for that one. No, it does. Okay, so it's $24 for unlimited Wave Motion Cannon common. And then you go Wave Motion Cannon for Magician Force. Well, the mark price is $6, but you know it's not that. Unlimited is 21s. First edition, lightly played. They're going to be roughly around $25. I'm not even joking. For 50 cents, you can get 2 of these. They do 50% store credit at your locals. You just go, here's 2 Wave Motion Cannons. They're $12.50 each because it's half 25. Am I right, fellas? And then you get a free pre-release. If that trick works for you, I'm stone cold serious. Please comment down below. I want to know who's going to get their a pre-release kit for 50 cents. Literally 50 cents. By the way, if you are at my locals and you're watching this video, don't do it. No, seriously, don't do it. I've already got this. And if you think I'm gonna buy Wave Motion Cannon for $12.50, you're out of your goddamn mind. Because I have 50 of these. Literally not happening. By the way, I will not be posting these up on sale up until the end of today. So if you are looking to do this trick and you're not going to my locals, hey, 50 cents, you get a free sneak peek invite for literally 2 quarters. You're welcome for it, by the way, if that works. Next, guys, comment question of the day comes from Pat Daddy, #Q4V. He says, if you do a buyout and it fails, what should you do to get rid of those cards? Should you double down on it? Thanks for the help. It's a great question, Pat Daddy. To be honest with you, there's a lot of things you can do on a buyout. See, there's certain buyouts I do that I still keep the cards. I still hold the cards. Because if you bought the cards for cheap, why sell them for cheap again? You're not making much money. In fact, you're losing money. So I personally hold the cards. If you do a buyout and you still feel confident of the card going up in value in the near to mid, which is anywhere from like near is about under a year, mid is 1 to 3, and beyond that's long term. Anything beyond 3, I think is, we could easily say it's about, and you could say 2 is long term depending on your budget. But anything beyond 3 is about long term. If it's mid to long term and the card's still dirt cheap, you can buy it. It's up to you. If you think it's gonna be like under 3 years, I would still double down and pick it up. Personally speaking, that's what I did with a bunch of cards. One of them being what was the one that I did? The virus card. I forgot the name of it, but it's the original print virus card. I forgot the name of it already. But I bought more. I don't care. Every time people sell me a collection, I just grab that card out, I just throw it to the side. I say, screw it. Any secret version, Megaton as well as original secret from Rate, I just buy it. I forgot the name of the virus card. It came out in Rate. But that's what I do personally, because I still feel like these cards are good. And if these cards ever show any promise, if they hit like $10, the card you paid $1 for, and you're holding 50 of them, congrats, you made a crazy amount of cash. So I wouldn't recommend getting rid of cards that you win it for cheap to get rid of them for cheap, unless you have a really crappy budget. And if you have a crappy budget, then I would really watch how you go in and buy cards and just move around the market. Just be very cautious when you do that. Anyway, I really appreciate you guys watching these videos. Please make sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Hit the like button. Sorry I'm not, loud, but like I said, my wife and kids are sleeping. But I really appreciate you guys watching my videos. Definitely comment #QVV. And once again, hit the notification button as well as subscribe. And I'll catch you paisanos later on. And God bless your polls. Or Allah bless them. Or Buddha bless them. Basically, T bless your polls. Take it easy, paisanos.